Like,
Ellie, why'd you pick Apple Jacks? That's gross.
I like Apple Jacks. Just not it.
They're good.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Splanning's podcast, The Tea Party at the Sprigg. My name is Josh Mariani. I'm joined with my fellow host, Zara Dennison. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello. We also have a few special guests on today, handpicked from Splanning. If you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hey guys. My name's Wyland. I'm the secretary of your class. In Splanning, I work with two other splanners to post about seniors in their senior year, and it's kind of an engagement activity to connect the students with their teachers.
Very cool. And we also have two lovely guests from the SGA with us today. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
All right, I can go first. Hey guys, my name is Mikey Fellman. I'm the treasurer in SGA. And so that means I fund different events, but because we're online, we're trying to do virtual spirit events. And other than SGA, I'm also part of the tennis team. And yeah, I really like to play tennis on weekends and hang out with my friends, which is difficult now, but still got to do it socially distanced.
I'm Ellie. I'm the co-president with Owen Matus. And I actually do like way more than I thought I was going to have to do. Kind of been blindsided by the amount of work I've been given for this class, but it's been pretty good. Did a few Patriot times. We're doing a town hall with BSU, which I'm helping run. So tune in. Good stuff.
Wow, you guys all really just flex on us with your positions.
Yeah,
that's fine. Well, I'm the vice president of the senior class, so you know.
You guys are the presidents of the podcast. That's pretty impressive.
That's true. Me and Zara have unilateral control over the entire podcast.
This is my only thing. This is all I do. This podcast. So yeah.
You have though. It's pretty impressive saying that you own your own podcast, you know.
That's pretty sick.
Right.
The last episode got over 100 views on YouTube, and I was like dumbfounded that many people were interested in it. But I'm very happy. Hopefully we'll get the same amount this time.
Yeah, hopefully you guys
More.
viewers. You guys are
You guys all have to promote to your friends that you're on the podcast so that we get more viewers.
I listened to it on Spotify. That was kind of a nice feature.
You listened to it?
I did. I really did.
Did you follow us?
Yeah. That one I might need to go do right now. But
well, on Spotify, if you look up the name of the podcast, there's two episodes that are the exact same thing. And I have no idea why.
Just because it's twice the fun. And
I spent hours on the Saturday before trying to figure out why it wasn't working, and I just gave up. So there might be two podcasts. We might get copyrighted by ourselves or something. I don't know. But did you guys do anything over the weekend for Halloween?
yeah, so Halloween's Ellie's birthday. So we said hi to her birthday.
It's so good. I love Gilmore Girls. I was like so excited about it.
Thank you. It was really fun. Yeah. Mikey, go on, elaborate.
Yeah, so we mostly I saw it because Ellie and I are close neighbors, and our families, we were family friends, so we saw each other at night for her birthday, and we carved pumpkins, and that was a lot of fun until Ellie cut herself carving her pumpkin and then just had to stop making her pumpkin, which was actually a very great idea if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I tried to make an Amy Coney Barrett pumpkin, but I cut myself with like the pumpkin saw, and it started like spraying everywhere, so I had to stop. But yeah, so I don't know. The night before that, I accidentally called this Zara, asking her if she wanted Shake Shack when I meant to call the other Zara, which has happened now like multiple times. So sorry about that. But we watched Silence of the Lambs on the porch, the projector, so that was fun.
That's so cool. I know, Ellie, whenever you call me, I get so excited because I know you don't mean to. And I know it's gonna be so funny every time. Like I never don't answer. I've answered every time. And I'm like, as if like first, I don't know why you would ever call me, but I'm like, oh, that's so exciting. It's like an annual thing. It's fun.
Yeah, it has to happen.
That's good.
I'm not gonna change either of your names either. It's just gonna like
Right.
it's just going to have to.
It's
keep
just a
happening.
50-50 guess. It's 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I think before you came on, maybe because Mikey similar. He's something.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Brett Strauss if he's watching. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was not. I thought I was talking to Brett Halpern, like a tennis Brett, and then it was. I think we had like a 10-minute conversation like over text. It's like it was. I thought he was kidding with me. I was like, you know what I'm talking about, but he really did not. And I realized it was Brett Strauss, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
it happens. It does.
I watched Nightmare Before Christmas for the first time all the way through,
Mm.
and I thought it was mediocre.
I've
I'm
never.
not gonna.
I haven't seen it.
Never watched it.
I'd seen the
I-
like opening song like more times than I could count, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a really cool movie, and then it was a letdown.
And
We've seen none of.
I
I feel like everyone's seen it, but
I've never seen it.
yeah.
yeah, we're
Mikey's never
I
seen
feel
any
like
movie.
that's
We
true.
learned that from the game show.
Yeah, dude, you had me with the Halloween songs and movies, and I was there just
Bro.
like,
Halloween pop culture, never knew it existed.
Can you
Maybe-
guys talk about the game show? I want to know about it. I don't know anything about
well, so the first game show that was a tight race, but it didn't like record well apparently from the Splanning's thing. So then we had a part 2, and the part 2 we didn't have Ellie carrying the squad in Rhoda, so we were not to spoil anything. It was not as competitive, but put in good effort. It's a lot of fun though.
It was a lot of fun.
I guess we should elaborate on what that is. It's probably going to be coming out the first episode of it around the same time as this. But there's a group in Splanning who's in charge of making like a Family Feud-esque style game show. And our first episode was, well, we won't spoil it too much, but it had some people in the SGA in it. But it didn't record correctly, so we had to do it again. And we won both times pretty much because we're incredible.
Not
But-
to spoil it or anything.
You like may or may not have like had the answers before. Let Shannon just like flip the answers on
Oh,
before you.
Well, the first time we helped answer the questions. So like we knew the questions ahead of time.
That's
But we beat you more the second time than the first time, so clearly
because we didn't have Ellie and Rhoda.
that's true. Maybe
And
the
Ellen.
first time you would have beat us if we didn't have that advantage.
I don't know, it was tight.
maybe.
But Ellie not being there because she's just so good with this culture and like different like game shows and even like
Dude,
any
I
board games.
carry the trivia games.
I know you
like,
carry the trivia games. because
anything-
I have-
That's not trivia I can't do. Like Monopoly, I don't think I've ever won a game of Monopoly. We should do Splanning SGA Monopoly.
I don't think I've ever
That-
finished
And then
a
lose
game of
again.
Monopoly.
dude,
that game. We used to play that like with my family all the time.
that game starts wars in my house.
It does, and it lasts.
Yeah.
My brother always goes for boardwalk, and I swear every time I like get close there, I count the rolls, and I freak out so much.
I like when I was younger, I would just buy the properties because of like the colors, and I always get the it's like the pink one and the purple one, the ones that cost like $2, and I just was destroyed every time. But I've improved my strategy.
I
since-
would always, my ultimate strategy in that game is always just to go for the dark blue ones, like Mikey's brother.
So,
Like,
green one.
my brother would go for the dark blue ones and then the really like purple ones. So if you pass the dark blue, you'd hit the purple, and it's just terrible. And then, but I would go for I'd go for like the other corner, the pinks and the light blues, because those are really cheap, but they still get you some money.
my strategy is usually I'll just trade every property I get, like just all in the hopes of getting the boardwalk, and I just roll the dice. I just gamble because you win the entire game if someone lands on it once. It's incredible.
It always seems to happen too.
It always seems to happen when you don't own it. That's
Yeah.
what I've noticed.
I go for the railroads too. Those are slept on.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
The railroads are
don't buy
good,
them.
but The utilities are a scam. You don't make any money off of
Yeah,
those.
they are bad.
Terrible.
I'm so lost at what you're talking about right now.
Do you not
You've
play
never
Monopoly?
I've never played Monopoly.
Oh, Wyland.
Wyland.
Yeah. My family
What?
played Life. That was
Life is
is
a
not
great game too.
Life is not competitive though. It's just random, isn't
but,
it?
No,
like, my
it's
family-
not.
It is very
we're not, like,
competitive
very
when
competitive.
No, it's not. It's
Dude,
not
Because
competitive.
you just
It's
don't you
based
just
on
spin it and then you land on a thing. There's like
no, you have to like
Exactly.
you try to die versus or retire versus like what the point.
yeah, but there's only like 3 choices you actually make the entire game.
those are big
Josh
choices.
is here.
Going to college is a tough one. Take out that $100,000.
If you don't go to college, I've never seen anyone who's won that game without going to college.
Really?
But you can be like the
Exactly.
sports director athlete, and then you can get paid bank, and you don't have to go to college.
Yeah, just
That's
get
the move.
lucky with it.
Yeah.
But life's a lot of fun. Except I hate when they have like those special perks on the cards where it's like if the wheel gets like jammed off, you have to pay someone some amount of money or like different
Okay.
things like that. Maybe Wyland knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
I've
love when
played
they're,
with
like,
the
the
same
top.
rules. I've never heard of that. That's new.
Is that
Me
like a house
neither.
rule?
I've never. Well, speaking of college, Ellie, we talk about your exciting little commitment for a moment. Give you some time.
Yeah.
Tell us-
Sure.
Give us the.
We did not talk about this ahead of time. Definitely not. We did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Sorry, you can go.
No, I don't know. I've been playing tennis for a long time
Yeah.
competitively, and so for a lot of high school, like I ended up traveling on weekends to tournaments and stuff. So I'm lucky enough to be committed to Haverford College, which is it's right outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Congratulations.
Right.
Have you just been
Thank
like
you.
not having to worry about like applying to like random places, or is senior year still got you down bad work wise?
No, yeah, like it's definitely been a big relief not to have to, write 15 supplemental essays, and then like I only have one deadline to worry about. But something about it just still is making me nervous. Like I've been told a million times that I'm going to get in because I'm like of a verbal commitment or whatever, but I still feel like something's gonna happen.
Oh,
Like I have this horrible fear.
I thought it was like you like talked to the people at the school. They were like, "That's what's up. You're coming." You're like, "Okay," and then you just show up in the fall. I didn't realize you still had to like.
No, yeah, so Haverford is Division 3,
Okay.
which means there are no athletic scholarships. But like a thing people don't know is even if you play Division 1, like what Zara Chavoshi is doing for Wake Forest, like she still has to apply. It's like for both of us, it's like still it's kind of a formality. Like we're going to get in unless we get like I can't get arrested or have any D's on my report card or whatever. And that's what I was told. But like, yeah, we still do have to apply, which kind of sucks. Like I feel like I should get out of that. But
Yeah, you should. They chose.
yeah, seriously.
Well,
I
that's
know.
awesome.
Thank
Congratulations.
You were so humble
Thank you.
during research the other day. Miss Hanson was like trying to talk about it, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm committed." Mute, and then you like walk away. So funny.
She's so sweet.
I know, she's so nice.
She's an angel.
Yeah, she's
She
so
takes everything late too. Kaplan was not wrong about that. I have not turned in a single thing on time.
Oh yeah, my research question is
Oopsies.
trudging along. Very.
What? I don't. Is that like a big like project? Like
It's smart people talk, Josh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
have no idea what you're talking about, and now I'm just over here just nodding.
Is that class just like
Uh,
one like semester long project?
I don't really
Year
Year
long.
I'm pretty sure.
Year long. Oof.
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
It's
Christine
for
is
the
in it. Yeah.
AP exam score or whatever.
right.
Yeah, that's on like 10,000 words.
Ooh.
Like the final paper is 10,000 words. So
Yeah. Yeah,
And you
Probably
chose to take that class?
it's shocking. It's absurd. Like I don't
10,000 words is like 16 or 17 common apps. Like, the
Yeah, I
main ones. That's crazy.
I mean, if it's like 600 words per page, that's a lot of pages. That's a lot of pages.
Yeah.
Did
Like
you
10
guys, do
pages.
you have to make your own questions, or is there like a list you guys get?
No, they have to come like completely from scratch.
That's like half the battle is like figuring out what
Right.
you want to research.
Do you guys have ideas what
Yeah.
you want to research yet? If not a formal question.
Ellie probably has a question. I do not.
I have a question, but I came up with it in my head upon being assigned the question assignment. So it's not very good and I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Mine's about gaydar, which I just kind of found like I thought it would be funny. But there's actually a lot of research to
Yeah.
go along with it. So I kind of ended up doing it. What about you, Zara?
So I'm like back, maybe you guys can help. Maybe our, I don't know who would be listening to this, but maybe they could help too. I'm back and forth between like two topics right now. The first one being like the evolution of like Barbie and like how over the years like her message has kind of like changed and if that's impacted like females' career choices, like and trends and stuff like that. And then the other one would be like about Disney princesses and like a lack of like diversity being represented or something. I don't know, like grammar. I don't know how to like talk, but something like that. So I'm back and forth between those two. They're both like weird because they're about like kids, like entertainment. I don't know why that was like what kept coming up, but those are my two possible topics. Yeah.
I think kids entertainment is a good kind of topic to talk about because it really, I mean, it molds like children's minds in their structural years.
Yeah.
And something like Barbie, which I think has really come to the forefront of even some like racial discussions now.
Right.
Like I think that's a really cool thing to talk about.
I like the Barbie idea a lot. I think it's
I'm
really
gonna say
interesting.
Barbie too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was starting with. And then when I was like, you know, like when you're like looking stuff up and then a bunch of other stuff comes up on the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
But half of it's not a complete. They don't have the full text, and it's just an abstract. Yeah, it's brutal.
Seeing all that stuff, and there's a lot of like Disney princess stuff, and I was like, oh, like, that could be interesting. But okay, good. I appreciate you guys' input. I probably will stick to the Barbie thing because, yeah. But enough about me. I feel like I've been talking like this whole time. Does anyone else want to?
Well, we talked some about Ellie's, I guess, future plans. How's everyone else feeling about college stuff? EA deadlines for a lot of schools just passed. Did people accomplish the goals they wanted to accomplish, I guess?
Yeah.
I did,
That's
but I
good.
still have a couple EAs.
Wow.
But I've not really been on top of those. But still have a couple weeks. I still have a week and a half. But I should be okay.
Well, good luck to you, Mikey.
Thank you.
And good luck to everyone listening. And hopefully they get into the schools they want. We're rooting for you here at the podcast. You know, we got your back.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know a lot. There are like two schools, like Virginia Tech's EA is December 1st, isn't it? Because it's like ED is November 1st.
Yeah.
Is anyone else like applying to any schools that have ED? Is that the way that like all of them are? Do you know?
Well, a lot of schools I know, not like I'd say like 50% of my schools have early action, and then the other 50 don't. And I'm not like so committed to a school that I'm gonna do like early decision 1 or early decision 2. So I'm kind of gonna just be rolling the dice with regular decision. And if I don't get in, well, I'm just not gonna go. I guess. I mean,
That is the way it works
thanks.
for
Like,
everyone.
I know, but I don't know. I'm not like personally for me. Any of you people out there, if you don't know where you're going to school, like you guys, I know we're still applying right now, but you have a little bit of time, and you know it will. I know like my place I will want to go and that I know I'll be excited for will come to me. It's just like when that realization will be there. I don't know.
For sure.
Wow.
That was really good.
Snaps for that, Mikey.
Thank you.
Stress levels among seniors at Wooten High School just dropped to 0 because of that right there.
I wouldn't say drop to 0, but I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people like Zara and I were talking about this. Like a lot of people like their Common App stuff is like 100% done, and like it's okay if it's not for you. Like it's not 100% done. Like people have different timelines and other things, and like I'm not saying to wait till like the last 5 hours to get it done because you might get it done, but it might not be the best thing. But people work differently, and it's pretty important to like just live in the moment too, and you'll get it done.
This is your
Okay, wait. No, sorry, Zara.
I was gonna say it's Mikey's first day of being 18, right? You're so wild.
It is my first day of being 18.
This is adult wisdom coming in.
Yeah, it's all
I don't know how I'm speaking like this. It's a new day. Maybe I just like gained a bunch of like insight from like turning 17 to 18. But
From waking up this morning.
yeah.
Wait, are you guys hip to like? It would have been so easy to completely screw up the entire Common App, like because of the way that it's set up and how confusing it is. I don't understand how people just like don't screw everything up, because I was so close to submitting mine with no test scores because I couldn't find it.
So I can tell you a couple of things. So like for the Maryland early action, I may or may not, like I had everything done except I may or may not have figured out that you needed to like, I was confused 2 days before it was due. So like, I think it was like October 29th, whether or not I needed to like manually put in my like transcript scores. And like, I was asking my friends, and my friends were like, nah, you don't have to, but the Common App wasn't letting me. So I was kind of like trying to email like a bunch of people from Maryland or even my counselor. And I was just like, do I do it or do I not? And I was worried that like I was going to mess it up. So yeah, it was really tough. I also almost submitted the wrong test scores to Ellie. So that was bad.
Yeah, I literally, I applied to Georgia, and then they emailed me like 3 days later being like, we got your application, but it's wrong. And I was like, I oh my God, I was so scared. It's like it's because I had to manually put in the grades, but I couldn't find the tab for it, like on Common App. I was so confused.
On Common App, it
They
says you're
make
not going to get
so hard.
penalized for not putting in the grades manually, right? It says colleges will not do it as long as you like submit your official one from the school. I'm like, okay, I did that. So I'm gonna do the manual. And I was just like, hopefully it works.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Josh. I was like, oh my God. It's like, I was just randomly typing it, and I was like, I mean, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So
yeah, UGA was not happy with me. They were like, no, this is wrong.
Really? The Common App lied.
Email right now of them being like, fix your application. And
I sent an email to my counselor asking if I needed to do it because it said it wouldn't penalize you. And I was like, well, I already did the official one. And my parents were like, oh, if you don't need it, because like, don't you have to like send your official one anyway if you want to go? So I'm like, why do I have to take this extra step? So I didn't wait for the response from my counselor. I just sent out the apps, and my counselor's like, yeah, you should probably do it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I'm just going with it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Josh.
I already heard back from 2 schools though. So
Really?
yeah.
Good news?
Yeah, good news. Very happy.
So
So I guess it was right. So
you got it.
Did you do rolling decision?
Iowa State has rolling admission. Michigan State is EA. But I think they must have looked at it before, because they got back to me before November 1st even. So they must have already started looking at things.
Josh, what do you want to like do?
Oh, I want to go into agricultural or biosystems engineering.
Oh, interesting. I was asking because I know Iowa has like a really good journalism. Like I'm pretty sure they're like really top notch there. So I thought that's what you were doing.
Pretty much every school I'm applying to is in the Midwest, because that's where you really have to go if you want to go into agriculture.
Oh.
So
that's cool.
I can't imagine. Oh, wait, I heard like one bark. It wasn't.
That's Pumpkin and Cosmo. I don't know what they're doing. Pumpkin watches the TV, and she like barks at anything that's on the TV. It doesn't matter. Like the Geico gecko, she loves to bark at him. And it's so annoying. It's terrible. Other dogs, she like actually will like try and play with them. Like, she'll run around my house to try and get them to chase her. She's just not the brightest.
That's so cute.
Adorable.
I had like a childhood friend, like in elementary school, and whenever I go to his house and play Minecraft, like the cool kid that I am, whenever like like the noises gas make for those who played Minecraft, the
Yeah.
dog would screech like anytime they heard it so loudly. They hated it. It was so funny.
Oh my god.
What kind of sound does those make?
Oh, it's just like
Like, what?
Yeah,
no, I won't do it. It's just like it's like a high pitched like groan almost. Like
yeah.
like that. That's my best approximation. So
Okay.
thank you. But they did not like it at all. The dog was so friendly. That's the only time I ever heard the dog make any noise. Just the gas noise.
It's really funny. Yeah, my cats don't do anything.
They don't do anything, so like
Well, it's like one of them likes to go outside, so like she goes on walks and stuff, but like she gets
do you have a
mad.
leash for her?
No, like she walks herself. She's very independent. But like she gets mad.
Whoa.
Like
Is she like
sometimes
an outdoor cat?
no, that's the thing, is like she's not, but she wants to be. And so like I try to like let her go and think she's independent, and then I'm like a helicopter parent. Like I try to like stay like 15 feet away. I'm like watching her, fine. And then if she sees me, she gets so mad and bolts just away. And I'm like, oh, I lost my cat. Bad day. But she always comes back. So, but that's what she does.
What would your guys' dream pet be? Like if you could have any, well, not any, like realistic pet, I guess. It's not like an elephant, but
I would love to have just like a huge dog, so like a Great Dane or Mastiff, like 150-pound dog. That would be my dream pet. Like, I don't know. I just something about like if I was sitting on a chair and like he like just flops down on me, I just am like I'm like it would just be it'd be great in my opinion. Just have like a really big dog like that. It's just something I would like. Like I'm sure that the bathrooms that he uses would not be fun to pick up, but you know, it's a trade-off.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really want a bird. I think birds are just really funny.
They're
Like they just push things off counters and screech all the time. And I've never felt
Talking
more
bird,
connected
Josh?
to any animal.
A talking bird?
I mean, parrots live for like 80 years, so I probably wouldn't like a macaw. But
Yeah, like one that talks, like Polly wants a cracker or something. Like you see like that like repeats words that would you want like a bird like that?
no, those kinds of birds are like birds really take a lot of. I've done research into this. But birds they
Enlighten me.
take like they're like really intelligent animals and they're like social creatures. So if you really can't put like a lot of time into caring for them, like they get like depressed and stuff. And so I probably would never be able to actually have a bird because I don't think I'd be able to the time to care for it. But yeah, I think a macaw would be really cool, like a parrot. But again, they live for like 80 years. It would outlive me, so I can't do that. What about anyone else?
I'd probably want a dog. I mean, I have a dog right now. And she's like medium sized, which is a good size.
Who's boring
The
answer
dog
I've
would be,
heard.
like, quiet. I
Yeah,
can't
Wyland
deal
On.
I
with-
want a quiet medium dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good answer. That'd probably be the pet. Like my realistic option would probably be, I like medium dogs. Big dogs are like too big.
Mhm.
Small dogs are too small. Medium is just right. That's probably Let me explain to you the concept of medium.
I want to get like a ferret.
Those are
Aren't they like-
I've seen them running around like Petco before. I want to rescue one of them from Petco.
Whatever. Has anyone here watched the Practical Jokers?
Yes.
Like, sometimes.
I've heard of it.
I've seen a few episodes.
Whenever I hear ferret, I think of Mur from like because like they call him a ferret. They made him get like a tattoo, like him skydiving, but instead of his head, it was like a ferret's head. And that'd be bad.
It's so
Do you guys want to have like? Do you guys want to get a tattoo when you're older?
I've thought about it, but I'm like really indecisive, so I don't know.
I'm worried like if I get a tattoo and I get like old and wrinkly, it's gonna look disgusting. So
When you're old and wrinkly, you're disgusting either way.
I mean maybe.
Maybe you
But-
will be.
I plan on being beautifully wrinkled. Yeah, I'm gonna be a masterpiece. No, probably not. I don't know. Maybe something small, but I don't know what I would get, so I can't really speak. Like I feel like if there's something I'm like really speaks to me, I might get it. But the idea of a tattoo just on it's like for tattoo's sake wouldn't intrigue me.
Yeah. I have like a Pinterest board of like 76 just like random tattoo ideas. I don't know, but I would probably never ever get. Like there's like a tiger that's like this big. I don't know why that's on there. But like, I don't know. I feel like they can be cool. But
Yeah.
I agree. I think tattoos
So-
can look really cool. I don't think I could pull one off though. I don't think I'm edgy enough.
Josh,
You should get like a
What do you mean?
something agricultural.
yeah, I get like
Like
a
hay. It's really weird when you like see a teacher's tattoo.
yeah.
Like that's happened to me before. Like their sleeve rolls up and you see it and you're like, I always feel like I'm invading some
You
kind of
guys-
like.
You guys remember seeing Mrs. Reach's M&M
I was
tattoo?
literally thinking about that when Ellie said yes.
That was so funny.
I love Miss.
I-
Reese.
I just want to understand like why, like what is the what I would want to. I would want to witness someone try to explain that.
Yeah.
Like how do you rationally? I don't know.
I think it's just meant to be funny. I think it's
Is
just like
that
a
a
joke.
reason to like?
That'd be like one of my main like that'd probably be one of the driving forces behind me getting a tattoo. I'd want it to be funny.
Too funny.
That's so funny that we all thought of this.
But like M&M's though, that'd make it so much funnier.
Did anyone have Miss Gagnon in 8th grade?
I
Yeah.
Do you
did.
remember the little pie tattoo on her
No.
finger?
Oh wait, yes, I
Maybe,
do. I
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Miss Gagnon a lot. Don't you remember? I don't know if I should bring this up on the podcast. but
Maybe
I'm
not,
going to.
Mikey. If you're,
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know, but if you're not sure, then don't bring it up.
Oh, okay. Well, Miss Gagnon, I'm gonna bring it up. That's why not. She like tried to separate and fight one time at Frost, and then she just got like trampled in it. And like I wasn't like watching, but I like saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Miss Gagnon, she earned my respect that day.
That was after we left, wasn't that when we were in 9th grade?
Yeah,
I-
it was.
It wasn't. I thought it was eight. I thought it was in 8th grade. I don't know. I like.
I thought that was after we were not at Frost. Maybe I'm misremembering, but
I thought it was.
There was a fight one time when we were in middle school, but then I think there were like just a series of more fights after we left because everyone
Do you
missed.
got?
They were like, "Come back, you guys."
Yeah. Do you guys remember the cafeteria? Oh my god.
Oh my
the
god.
the plastic bags popping and then everyone.
Yeah. So, do you guys know who it was? Like, I was talking
was-
to I was talking to Giannis about it. Like, I don't know. I think this was like 11th grade where I was talking to you. So we had a class together. I think we had math class, and I was talking about that. He was like, "Yeah, it was us," and it was like the back section of 4 who was like popping bags, and everyone was screaming, and like they had no idea it was them.
Like,
So-
people directly behind us.
I
Yeah.
think it was different tables. Like I
Yeah.
feel like it started. I feel like I shouldn't say any names, but like I feel like I know a table where it might have started, but I know like people at my table did it like twice. I think it just became. I don't know who did it the first time, but that person's a legend. Also, whoever started screaming after it happened is also a legend. Do you guys remember when like the lights turned out and we're like
Oh my-
after lunch we were like all going back to
The killer, not the killer clowns, but like the clowns were like running around. Remember that?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and then we
everyone
were all
thought-
like, we all were spraying like killer
Everyone just
clowns. Oh my
started
god.
vaulting around the school.
That was chaos. Like that was really scary that day. I was scared of everything, but I was like, the
I
clowns.
thought it was fun.
It was really fun.
I
I was like right in the middle when everyone was running, so I was just running too.
I was like hiding. I was like, because weren't there like clowns like at the bottom of the hill or something? Or is
Were
that
there
like,
actually?
I don't know. Someone
I don't think so.
probably made it up.
Somebody definitely photoshopped a picture. I remember seeing some. Like, I think I know what you're talking about.
Right? Yeah, it sounds like something that would happen. Middle school is just like a fever dream. Literally all of it was just so weird. I love
Yeah.
I think working at a middle school would be so incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
I think more like, I feel like elementary and high school have like their own challenges, but like it's just like the worst of both worlds at a middle school.
Yeah.
That
Got
makes
all those pranksters.
I agree with that.
Middle schoolers have no redeeming qualities. Like,
Yeah.
they're not cute or intelligent or socially aware. So,
For any
like,
middle school
yeah.
schoolers listening, you guys are idiots. No, I'm just kidding.
Middle schoolers are listening to this, then they're the exception.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Amazing.
Mm.
They're getting educated through this. I don't know what they're being educated about, but being
I
educated.
can't even remember what we talked about today, literally. I have such a terrible memory. I don't know if I'm like, I can't remember anything.
I know. I wanted to like ask a lot of questions about SJ, like get the scoop, see what's going on with you.
We've been
guys.
filming for almost 40 minutes and we didn't get to like, any of the talking points we wanted to get to on our notes. Like, that's
Sorry.
fine. No, it's not. I think that's
It's
better.
organic.
Yeah. The same thing happened last time pretty much. So
It's got me like thinking about middle school now.
literally same.
It was so
Miss
fun.
Kleinberg, like, didn't have you have Kleinberg for Spanish?
I have Miss Kleinberg for Spanish. I love
Remember
Miss
when she
Kleinberg.
like grabbed those like bottles full of spray and kept on spritzing the bees that came into her room?
No.
No, that was my class, and we literally spent 45 minutes trying to kill bees with her like tactics. It was so funny.
I remember hearing about that. It was, she was so funny, that woman. I felt so bad for what she had to deal with our classes. Like, I don't know. She deserves a medal of bravery.
They
I
all
think-
do.
Yeah, that's true.
One time in Spanish class, this was in 8th grade, and like no one, like literally no one was listening. Like they were all just being loud and obnoxious. And she sits down on a table and like puts her head in her hands and just starts fake crying. And everyone goes dead silent and she looks up, goes ha, and goes back to teaching. I'm like, this woman is incredible. Oh my God.
Gosh, I was sitting right behind you. You were with Jonathan.
I sat next, yeah, and Hans as well. I was next to Hans. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Spanish classes, at least the Spanish classes I've taken, always have like the most loud kids in them. Maybe that.
Yeah.
But
Very loud too.
I used to love Spanish.
There's
but
something about it.
yeah, I dropped it sophomore year because I was like, the people are crazy and the teachers are just too much for me. So I stopped taking Spanish.
I've liked every Spanish teacher I've had. I think I think I've been pretty lucky.
They
Yeah.
just
Josh,
were passionate about the language.
we
Hmm?
had like the same Spanish teachers like for like a lot of our academic career.
I had Miss Kleinberg, Senora Moss, and Senora Cruz.
That's pretty much the order I had.
Yeah.
I threw in an old check for a semester for the Spanish 2AD.
I love that woman. I love her.
The first day, Renja broke one of her plants. He like knocked one of them off her desk. It just broke. And I was like, that's how you know it's gonna be a funny class. And then David Gordon was in that class. I hope David's listening to this. He was the funniest person. Just like, it's great. It's great.
I do think we are, I think, closing in on the end, and I think, oh wow.
I'm preparing his birthday post. Sorry, I wanted to show everyone. Oh,
Like the hair was like.
I think we would be amiss if we didn't get to let you guys talk about a little bit more of what SGA is doing this year.
Okay.
Just before we go.
Yeah.
So you guys' theme is unity through adversity this year, right? You want to talk a little bit about what that means?
Yeah. So if I'm being honest, I don't know exactly what unity through adversity means. I feel like it's like one of those slogans that kind of doesn't mean much if you think about it, but I think for us it kind of represents like trying to figure out, because there are obvious racial disparities at Wooten, like based on opportunity, based on economic status, and those things kind of disseminate into all school activities. So this year has been about doing our part to try and fix that. So we did that Patriot Time video, which is like rough because we put so much time into it, but like people don't get up for it, which I just do not blame anyone for. I don't think I would have gotten up if I wasn't in charge of it. So we did that, and then we have the BSU town hall. We're doing a lot of like environmental stuff with green people. So it's just kind of been more this year about addressing social issues, because I feel like that's where SGA has kind of fallen flat in the past.
Yeah,
because we are student government.
I agree with everything what Ellie's saying, but I think another like important thing that Owen was ahead for was the voting drive. And any of you people listening out here, it is so important to vote and to like, get registered.
Too late.
It is it's too late, but I couldn't vote. Today's November 4th is my birthday, so I missed the voting for presidency by one day, and it was just like always been my dream to vote. But I still registered even though I couldn't vote this election to vote next time. But it's really important to like let your voice be heard by voting. That's the easiest way to promote change and show what you want.
Or let it be silenced by the Electoral College. There's that also. At least you tried. I voted, but yeah.
Is anyone else here old enough
Anyway.
to vote? I'm not.
No, I'm like 4 years old. I just turned 17. I can't vote for so long. So sad.
Me too. I turned 18 July 31st, so
All be able
I
to
missed it
vote
by
next election. So
What?
I said we'll all be able to vote next election.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Do we have
I think that anyone
I did not think about that.
I think most people at Wooten, even the freshmen technically, theoretically, if they're 15 right now, that's how old you are when you're a freshman, you're turning 15, they'll be like 17, 18. So they'll be like around that time too. So especially for like the sophomores and juniors, it's really important to register.
I mean, the last election was when we were in 8th grade. So if they're freshmen, they're going to be voting in the next one. So yeah, make sure to vote, everyone. Next in 4 years, we'll know if you didn't.
Wow.
We'll follow up. This podcast will still exist.
Yeah, we'll check your party registration database.
The Bread and Roses party. Did you guys have that option when you registered?
Yes. I was very confused.
I'm so confused what it is, but it's so cute. Like the name of it is so cute. Bread and like I looked it up, but I didn't understand.
Mr. McTammany talked about it in NSL, but I don't remember what he said. So sorry, Mr. McTammany. And one last question for you guys before we head out. This is more so a selfish question, but are you guys planning on having any sort of second homecoming if we do go back to in-person second semester?
Yeah, so I mean, I think the biggest thing for us is we want everyone to be safe, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if we go back second semester, obviously we will greatly consider it, but we need to talk to like Ms. Bold and everyone and make sure it is a good decision for it. And I know for SGA that, although many people may think that the, fall HOCO is over, that, we've just abandoned that thought. We have not, and we will definitely consider it. And if we can't do something for homecoming, we're always coming up with new ideas to try and get people to be engaged and activated. And I just hope we really go back to school second semester, but obviously everyone's safety is more important, in my opinion.
For sure. If there is no actual in-person dance, will you still have a homecoming court though?
Because I really
is that something that people want?
It's something I want more than anything.
Well, that's because you win every year.
Let me be queen. Why can't I be queen?
Josh,
I remember when I was campaigning, I promised you that you could be homecoming queen.
I know I've
yes.
gotten votes for princess every single year.
You have.
I would
And-
We just always count them as king votes.
Why?
But because I think it would be if the person being voted for was not you, like as someone who is very comfortable with that, I think it could be a little mean.
That's fair.
Like if they didn't feel, yeah. But if you're okay with it, I don't see any reason why we can't.
I want homecoming. I want to be homecoming queen more than anything in the world. I don't think that's been my number since freshman year. My goal has been both, but I think that's I can't be both king and queen. I understand that. That wouldn't be fair. I think it'd be funny, but it wouldn't be fair. So, but
Low key, you might, like if we were to count king and queen votes separately, you might every year have gotten enough to be both. Because you get so many. It's funny.
it's because
Also, the contenders are both here. Mr.
Yeah.
Wyland and
That's what I
Mr.
was gonna
Josh.
say. Everyone who's been homecoming prince for our grade is in the call. That's also something I was going to talk about, but we're out of time. Weren't you nominated for prince before, Mikey? Or am I misremembering? Yeah.
Yeah.
Our freshman year was us and Sam Foster.
Mm-hmm.
And then has it been you both years since, Mikey?
I could not tell you.
You guys have so much clout. It could never be me on the court. That's crazy. I'd be so like.
You know a secret? This is a secret for all our listeners. If you want to be on the field during pep rallies, just walk onto the field. No one's going to stop you. Like there are so many people.
As well.
Huh?
There's some times where I've gotten stopped, like, what club are you part of?
Really? Who? By who?
Some strict teachers.
Me. Kidding.
But I mean, I know people who just go there to talk to their friends. Like they don't get stopped. But I guess some teachers are stricter. But okay. Well, does anyone have any final thoughts they want to share with the audience?
Make sure to vote and wish Mikey a happy birthday every November 4th for the rest of your lives.
Yeah, put it on your calendar. And Ellie's is on October 31st. I can't believe we got both of you like pretty much right for your birthdays.
Yeah, this is like
It's
a
crazy.
special. We should have prepared more.
We talked about, literally, we didn't get to any of our talk. That's a sign that you guys are good guests because our talking points are just like a fallback plan. So thank you for not making us
Honored.
use them.
Pretty honored.
So thank you for listening or watching, everybody. I hope you had a lovely time. I certainly did. Thank you to our guests and our supporting host, Wyland. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh.
Bye.
You tell 5 of your friends to watch this on YouTube and subscribe.
Oh, see,
Ellie's gone. It has to happen every time. Every single podcast, someone has to leave before we end the recording.
I was like, I'm not going to be the one.